All right, so 2020. It's been a bit of a crazy fucking year, wouldn't you say? Coronavirus, the economic crisis, people losing their jobs, businesses closing down. But you know what's funny? 2020, it's not even over yet. I have a coach that coaches me. I just want to make a shout out to Steve Gill. And what we're focusing on is making 2020 the best fucking year ever. And you know, I kind of want to bring myself back to 8 years ago when I was going through crazy amounts of anxiety and panic attacks. And it really felt like I wasn't going to come out of it. But through it all, I really believed that I was going to make a difference one day. That because of this challenge, for whatever reason I was going through it, that I would really find a way to influence others' lives in such an impactful way. And I kind of lost sight of that with everything that was happening today, because we are so bombarded and influenced by media that it's almost like a toxic sludge that you just can't get away from. You know, whether it's racism or the looting or the coronavirus, you know, it was nothing to worry about. It was something that it was completely to panic about. We were home ridden. Now we're out and about. Now they say you can hug people. Now they're saying, you know, well, it might come back in the fall, or we're going to need a vaccine. Blah, 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 blah. So here's what I really want to focus in on in my life. And maybe you'll embrace this as well, as we all get caught up in the midst of life and the chaos and the things that come up on a daily basis, is that in life we will a lot of the times not be able to control the things that happen to us. You know, we might be able to meander around and be cautious and try to play it safe and really focus in on the things in the day that can create a lot of certainty and safety. But let's face it, there's a lot of things that come up daily, monthly, and yearly that have a lot of uncertainty. And that is usually where all the anxiety stems from within us, is what is the future going to hold? And none of us really know. But the only thing that's certain about the future is what we believe. And that is what drives us. It really doesn't matter, you know, what happens in our lives. Our beliefs always shape how we see things, how we view things, and most importantly, how we're going to react. And so, how are you going to make 2020 your best fucking year of your life? And how am I? Well, I'm going to start off by creating some really strong beliefs about my family, my relationship, my business, the people that work with me, my finances, economics, the things that I might go through health-wise. And that no matter what happens to me, it will always be jet fuel to making me stronger, wiser, to create more of an impact in my life and those around me, and hopefully you as well. And so this is my challenge to you. How will you become your own hero? You know, in order to become your own hero, and this came back to me 8 years ago when I was going through such a crazy fucking time, was that we all have a villain in us. And what that villain is just little tidbits and parts of us that were taught to us by people of influence in our lives and don't necessarily really have a lot of value and meaning in our lives and aren't really helpful. And so it's all about retraining, rewiring, creating new beliefs, new perspectives, new realities, and how you view the world. And so I'm going to leave that with you. That'll be my challenge to you today, is how can you look at your life differently today, in this moment, before the day's out? What can you do to have more of an impact? Maybe at home, maybe in your job or your business, maybe something you say to your kids, maybe something you can do with your partner, maybe someone you can call and, you know, really pick them up because they're down. And I think it's most important because I really think there's a lot more craziness coming. And Viktor Frankl really had a huge impact in my life when I read his book, Man's Search for Meaning, and I recommend you all read it. And he's a man who lived through the Nazi concentration era and saw his friends and family get slaughtered around him, but he became a world-renowned psychologist. And he has a quote, and it's called choice. Choice is the last human freedom. A lot of times we don't get to choose what happens to us, but we do get to choose the meaning that we give it. And so I hope you give a brighter meaning to everything and anything that's happening in your life and what you see coming into your future, as will I. And so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so I can build up my channel and make more of an impact in this world and hopefully in your life as well. And if you can, give it a share. Maybe it'll help someone too. And like I always tell my kids at the end of the night, and I always end every video, if you are gonna dream tonight, guys, make sure you decide to dream big. Keep smiling.